she said tightly, as if she was persuading herself. Money isn't everything, you know. Whatever you say, I replied, while I decided on a hand-embroidered off-the-shoulder gown with a long, lacy train in the back. I would personally prefer simpler ones, but this is what I imagined to be appropriate for the Luna of an alpha like Alexander. Elegant, noble, exquisite. The stylist team pulled out the dress I'd chosen and immediately helped me get into it. Within the hour, I had transformed into a completely different person, it seemed. My hair had been curled and loosely pinned back with pearl-studded pins. My makeup was light but impactful. As soon as the final touches were made, I stepped out of the living room where I was met with dozens of wide eyes and open mouths. Nearly the entire pack was there to see how I turned out. They were all graciously taken aback by my otherworldly appearance. Even my family had very little to remark on. What amused me most of all was the engrossed, starstruck look Liam wore on his face. Samantha was quick to get his attention and pout at his reaction. As I was preparing to leave, I had one of the staff grab the bag I had pre-packed the night before. After the ceremony, I wasn't likely to return to this place, so I made sure to pack the things that were most important to me, just the clothes I wore most often, along with my mother's keepsakes, which I always carried with me. One of which was a handcrafted sea blue aquamarine necklace. Normally, I would keep it in my side pocket. However, this dress didn't come with any sort of place for me to store the keepsake, so I made sure to safely stow it in my bag. While my family headed out to their own vehicles, I secretly snuck away to visit my brother. The only sound that greeted me was the steady echo of the machines that were keeping him alive. It used to break my heart, but over time I found them to be a comfort, knowing that they were keeping Edward alive. I gently bent down to press a soft kiss on his head. I'm going to miss you so much, but I'm going to make sure that you'll be taken care of, okay? Making my way outside, each of the staff members grasped my hand and wished me luck on the new chapter of my life I was undergoing. It made my heart swell with sadness, seeing they were all reluctant to see me go. Hurry up, Evelyn. That's right. We don't have all day. One of the staff members leaned forward and gave me a reassuring smile. Don't worry, we'll make sure that your brother is well looked after. Thank you, I whispered. I turned back to face my family, and to no one's surprise, they were all impatient. My father couldn't have looked any less interested in what was going on. The only look Isabella really had in her eyes was eagerness, no doubt, for the money that the Alpha King was promising them. Samantha was still acting upset from earlier while I was getting ready. Then there was Liam. The man seemed to look at me with loss and an unspoken solemnness. Was he possibly feeling regret? It shouldn't matter what he's feeling. It's too late. He's clearly made his decision, and he's not going to speak up now. Nevertheless, I felt deeply helpless. It was hard to think that the pack members seemed to care more about me than my own family. I made my way over toward the car, but was stopped by Samantha holding up her hand. You know that our car is too small and your dress is likely to get wrinkled, she said with a cold smile. Claire suddenly rushed to my side. No worries. Alpha Alexander also arranged for multiple large limousines to pick up you and your family. He wanted to ensure that your dress stays wrinkle-free. Really? I asked with a hint of disbelief. It was hard to believe that this was all coming from the same man who was known for having a sharp temper. Perhaps it was to show the king that he respected the arrangement that had been made. Claire nodded her head and smiled. Yes, the cars will arrive in just a few moments, and also a delicious lunch will be served on board, so you can eat should you get hungry. I caught Samantha's newly soured expression out of the corner of my eye. Truly, neither one of us expected Alexander to make such a grand show of this arrangement. Either way, it left Samantha sneering with irritation. She folded her arms over her chest and pouted like a child. I wasn't used to being treated with such extravagant care. Having never been lavish with so much attention before, I wasn't sure how to handle it. The journey to Kingston Hall was long, and I hadn't officially arrived at Alexander's pack until that afternoon. All I felt was nervousness.